Hello, my name is Betty from Astrology with Betty, and today I just wanted to take a little bit of time and make this video to talk to you guys about the upcoming full moon on the 24th of October. It will be at 12:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sure you guys are all feeling the intense energy right now. This full moon, I want to bring some awareness because it is got the potential for some incredible growth, some amazing insight. A full moon is just simply when the sun and the moon are exactly opposing each other. So this sun will be at 1 degree of Scorpio, and the moon is going to be at 1 degree of Taurus. Now, the moon is going to be conjunct on top of Uranus, and the sun is going to have retrograde Venus, pretty tight. So let's explain what that means. Also, this is going to be squaring the nodes of fate. So what this means is, yes, it can be very uncomfortable. We are going to feel really tested, really pushed. See, the moon in Taurus is security, and it likes stability and harmony and the status quo. And, you know, Scorpio is a fixed sign too. It holds on really, really tight. So Uranus is, it can be shocking, okay? But also I want to talk about the positive use of this energy because Uranus is the hex breaker. It is the awakener. It will pull the covers off, turn the lights on, and you'll be like, wow, what am I doing? And so this can be uncomfortable. So I wanted to let you know, we haven't had an easy year. This hasn't really been a really fun year. And a lot of my clients have been saying this. I feel it. It's been a lot of work. We have a lot of planets in Capricorn. But I also want to talk about that too because Saturn is in Capricorn. Now, Saturn isn't usually people's favorite planet. Saturn is karma, duty, structure, you know, paying your dues. But like I said, Uranus is shock, awe, surprise. It's genius, it's revelation, and it does awaken you, and it can wake you out of a sleep that you've been maybe a zombie walking through your life. You know, maybe staying in a job that's stagnant because it pays the bills, or listening to other people tell you, get a mortgage, get married, pay, you know, have children. And those things are beautiful, okay? But sometimes we don't live our dream because somebody else told us their limits and we believe them to be our own. This will come along and shake us up. Now, Saturn is in a harmonious aspect to Uranus. So this means we can take these big ideas, these visions, these groundbreaking, shocking feelings that we're going to be having, and we can make them real. We can take them and we can make them harmonious. Now, do expect the moon in Taurus is finance, money, relationships, love, but it's anything that has to do with our self-worth, our value. Now, self-worth, money has a lot to do with it, but it's also relationship status, your standing in community, your job. So sometimes people hold on to things like that because they identify, this is who I am this job, I am the CEO, I am the teacher, whatever it is, and those things are great. But if they're, see, now the nodes of fate, these are points in the sky. They are points of the moon, and right now, they're getting ready to switch. They stay in sign for about 18 months. So the south node is in Aquarius, and the north node is in Leo. And so this is very tight. We have a grand cross. This is creating a lot of fixed energy. So people are holding on, holding on, holding on. But this is challenging us to see, what am I holding on to that is limiting me from being my highest creative, unique self? The north node in Leo is saying, what do you love to do? What did you come here to do? What is your creative joy? What do you birth from yourself that brings harmony, light, insight into the world? Sometimes it means letting go and taking a chance. Now, Uranus is going to ask us to let go and drop things where some people will say, are you crazy? What are you doing? You know, but listen to your heart. listen to your gut. You need to quiet your mind. When you're in your mind, you're in your ego. We need to quiet our mind. Spirit whispers. So we need to have our minds shut off. Our minds are our computers. And sometimes they run away and they get a virus. So we just need to reboot them. Yoga, meditation, cooking, baking, running. There's a million ways to skin a cat. Whatever works for you, get that mind dialed down so you can hear the wisdom that's coming from inside of you. And be brave. Now, Venus is retrograde. She is in the sign of Scorpio. She is going to be passing over the sun, and then she's going to become a morning star. So right now, Venus is, she's kind of dying to the past, to the pain, to the regret. She's finishing up an 8-year cycle. 8 years ago in 2010, around September, Venus was retrograde in Libra when and Scorpio, just like she is now. Venus is the planet of beauty for several reasons. She's got a very symmetrically aligned relationship with the Earth. Venus is, there's something called the Fibonacci numbers, the golden mean, the golden ratio. And so Venus, she makes a beautiful 5-pointed star. So sometimes we see a pentagram or a 5-pointed star. It's related to the planet Venus because she symmetrically, like it's being drawn with a compass, makes a beautiful star every 8 years through her cycles and her retrograde cycles. So what that means, you know, practically in your life is that now she's finishing up an 8-year cycle. A lot of things are going to be brought to the surface. How did this work out? Well, think about 8 years ago. Was I starting a new job? Was I starting a new relationship? How has that progressed? How did that dream amplify my life? Where did I feel shortchanged? And, you know, it's also about maybe letting go. Sometimes in these fixed signs, we hold on and we hold on to things that no longer serve us. Taurus and Scorpio, this is a very intense, this access, this polarity. You know, Taurus is my resources, my self-worth, my value. And Scorpio is shared, ours. This is when we really merge with somebody else. So it gets very complicated. So again, Uranus is going to come along and it's going to wake us up. Expect some ice water thrown in your face. Now, this is going to create maybe some situations where we get unstable or we get provoked and we react. And so just be aware. Okay, just be aware of this. Also, we have a lot going on in Scorpio. We've got the Sun, we've got Venus, we've got Jupiter, we've got Mercury. So this is a big pileup in Scorpio, and Scorpio is a heavy power planet. So there's a lot and in all of the fixed signs, there can be a lot of control, wanting to be controlling, wanting to hold on, want to demand things go our way. But sometimes the beauty is in letting go and seeing what comes to us. So, like I said, Mercury will make a trine to Chiron. Chiron is just backed up from Aries, back into Pisces, just closing it out. And so there'll be a trine. So that way, what we can do is really use our mind to go down deep and think, where was their pain? Where is their regret? Where are their mistakes? Because it happens. And maybe having some conversations, even if it's just writing a letter. Full moon, the moon loves rituals. Write a letter to yourself. Write a letter to yourself 8 years ago. Write a letter to yourself in the future. Or write a letter to somebody that you're angry with. You don't have to send it, but just communicate and try to get like a healing. This is going to create like a healing balm, a salve that we can really, if we speak from our heart, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So sometimes, you know, really speaking our truth and even just getting it out is very healing. So there is going to be an opportunity for some healing communication. There is going to be an opportunity to really solidify some big dreams. It is going to come with some falling away and some awareness that, you know, maybe the things it's very hard when something that was once everything to you just no longer serves you. It's very painful. But, staying, beating a dead horse isn't going to serve anybody. So this energy, this universal energy that's going on right now is inviting you to step out of your comfort zone. Because when the universe knocks, we get a couple of opportunities to open the door before it kicks it down and drags us out. So it is always better to follow your inner guidance, and don't worry so much about what other people are saying, because people are telling you their limitations, and that's okay. Everybody's entitled to have their opinions and their beliefs, and that's wonderful, and we bless them all. But don't let anybody limit you. Don't let anybody tell you what you can do and you can't do, what's impossible, because anything is possible. You just have to align yourself with your spirit inside and go for your dreams. Go for it. Expect, little volatility. We might hear some stuff from Wall Street. We might hear some stuff about finances, the Dow. Okay, just don't freak out right now. Taurus is a very steady sign, so things will stabilize. So I just wanted to give you this information. I am running a special. It's a Venus Retrograde special. It's $25 off a half an hour Zoom reading. We can talk about how Venus Retrograde is affecting you. You can just send me a message at Betty@astrologywithbetty.com, or check out my website, www.astrologywithbetty.com. And I am sending you so much love and blessings for this full moon. And just remember, just try to watch your mouth. You will be triggered. This is going to we're going to be aggravated. So just try to be kind. Try to take some walks, do some things. Get yourself grounded and just know that it's okay, and forgive yourself. And so let things fall away that no longer serve you. So until the next time, I wish you all the best.